The advance report for May 4th, 2026 is coming. Here's why you want to tune in. Alex?
Earnings bonanza, maybe the best earnings season in modern history.
Best I've seen in 40 years.
Who's winning the AI race? That's important for the future.
Who's going to make money at it?
Oil shortages and oil prices. What's going to happen next?
This looks like a prolonged shortage, and we'll tell you why in the video. And North Texas home prices. This will surprise you too. Welcome to the May 4th, 2026 Advanced Report, built for McGowanGroup clients by McGowanGroup Wealth Management. Wow. Alex, I'm going to start. Let's cover the questions and then we'll flip through them.
That's right. So, is this the most amazing earnings season in modern history?
That I can remember.
Yeah. Why is that?
Well, we're about to cover it. And oil shortage, then winning the AI race, economic growth, and why are North Texas home prices falling? So take it away on these earnings reports. These are two amazing historic numbers.
That's right. 286 companies reporting out of the S&P 500 so far. Over 30% earnings growth. Wow.
I'm astounded. It's over half the companies, and this actually accounts for the reversal that we'll show you in the equity indexes. I do want to cover the top 10 and bottom 10.
Okay.
All right. So since Epic Fury began, the top 10 and bottom 10, they tell us quite a bit. Where's all the money going and where's it not going?
That's right. It's going into memory. Intel finally waking up after how many years in the desert?
26 years.
26
years. So they
years.
peaked back in 1999. The PC revolution came to an end once everybody had a new computer for Y2K.
That's right.
And they hit the wall. Well, something can be hot and then it can be not hot for a long time.
That is a very long time, but 103% return since Epic Fury. And then you have all the memory guys, AMD, SanDisk, Seagate, Western Digital, all up over 50%. On Semiconductor and Ciena. Power Systems also making the list. That's that grab for AI power. Dell and Hewlett Packard. Hewlett Packard that's a surprise too.
Hewlett Packard Enterprise.
Yeah.
And Dell Technologies, they were up 36%, but they're 62% so far this year.
It was deep value at one point.
Yeah.
That made us really interested. And then we were like, how come it's not moving? Well, it finally did.
Nike. Wow.
And the worst performing.
29% down this year. Nike's just in a world of hurt.
Charter Communications, in Estee Lauder, down over 30. Fair Isaac, which I believe is marketing and media, right? Tractor Supply leading the list at a minus 33.
All right. Now, oil. How big is this oil shortage? I got to thinking this week. All right. So oil infrastructure takes a long time to build. It's been underpriced for years.
For years.
Compared to the S&P, the overall valuation. Well, I went in and asked a question because oil hit 105 this week. And I thought, well, the premise had been before Epic Fury, oil's going to sit at 50, 55.
Yeah.
Right?
There are reports coming out saying that oil should be in the 40s.
Before Epic Fury, and this is something people could have a conspiracy theory about, ExxonMobil and Chevron just started to skyrocket, and the pipelines too.
That's right.
Wow. Well, there's something going on here. So once Epic Fury began, starting to triangulate how big is the oil shortage. It's estimated just in March, 200 million barrels came out of storage. Now, what did Goldman say?
Goldman says that supply is around 93 million barrels a day, and demand is around 102 million barrels a day.
Okay, 9.6 million deficit.
Big deficit every single day. Now, they say that oil is priced at the margins, right? What's been happening is
What does that mean?
Well, that means that the last barrels that come out of the ground that get
Okay.
sold really control price. And what's been happening is that countries have been emptying out the reserves. Some countries actually don't have very much at all.
Well, supposedly there's 130 million barrels ready to come out of the Middle East, assuming the strait reopens.
That's still a
Which
deficit, though, right?
Yep. We thought the strait was open, did a whole show on it, and then it closed down. And so stay tuned. And that's one reason you want to subscribe is for the updates. So if you take that shortage of 10 million barrels a day, and that's their estimate for the second quarter,
Yeah.
right? So 10 million barrels a day coming out of storage. Well, how long is it going to take to fill that back up? Take just the month of April, that's another 300 million barrels. That's 500 million barrels that have come out of storage.
Yeah.
That's bigger than the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. This is going to take a while to fix.
Yeah, and this thing looks like it's going to last a little bit longer than we all initially expected.
Then that says, wow, maybe we should build that into the portfolios.
Yeah, yeah. Energy was deep value for a long time, and so it's been nice to have it there.
But it also says we're not going to be oversupplied until at least, I would believe, 2028, maybe the end of 2028 potentially. Oh, here we go.
Who's winning the AI race?
Well, there was a big story this week, ChatGPT. They had a disappointing report. They didn't hit their self-set revenue target. But we had picked on ChatGPT in prior reports because they need another $200 billion to get to profitability, and that's not till 2030.
Ouch.
But they want an IPO at $1 trillion valuation.
That'll get them their $200 billion.
Well, I don't know if I want to wait around for a profit till 2030, and I'm not sure everybody would as well. But users, they have 900 million users, right? Skipping Gemini for a second, Perplexity, 45 million users. They're going to lose 14 billion ChatGPT this year. That's what the projection is. Perplexity, I don't know if they're making money. Copilot, nobody likes them. And Grok doesn't report how many subscribers they have. But one of the reasons on the Google premise, one, it was relative deep value, right?
Yeah.
And this was 6 months ago or so, the Gemini popped up. And it really occurred to me, wow, if you take, and this is not a recommendation for your portfolio till you come down to get a plan, which you can start by networthradio.com. But Gemini, I was just doing my normal searches. I'm thinking, well, they got a decade lead on everybody in terms of numbers of users. Just from the browser, 2 billion active users.
It's a lot of people.
Their standalone app, 750 million. But they've been doing AI longer than, well, not longer than IBM, but longer than anybody else. The key is they're actually making money at it, and there was recognition of that this week.
They had great earnings numbers.
Yeah, and Claude, 19 million, Character AI, 20 million. I think they're going to make money along the way is my premise, right? And they make enough to expand AI faster than these guys can go raise capital.
It's like the PC revolution, right?
Yeah.
That you saw in the 90s.
Well, nobody has a compact computer anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Dallas. All right. The S&P Totality Case-Shiller Home Price Index for Dallas is actually the metro area. And I wanted to see what's happened to Dallas home prices, right? And, because we were down 1.74% over the past year. But I want to get the whole story of what the peak and the bottom look like.
Yeah, so we hit a low in the first quarter 2023, about 286, equivalent 286,000, right? Peaking at 300 in the early part of 2025.
Yes.
And then now we've dropped back off a little bit. Part of that is interest rates. Part of that also is home supply. Home starts have been actually higher, and it's a bit regional too, right? Plano down 5%, but other areas picking up some slack.
But that's the first relief that we've seen since the beginning of 25. And so now you've got a moderation. So if I take 2% off the price I thought I could get at the beginning of 25, on average, that's where you are. A lot of that is supply. So D.R. Horton, America's home builder in Arlington, they're busy taking all the ranches and doing
right.
subdivisions.
That's right. If you own some land, I'm sure you're getting phone calls.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe and find us at networthradio.com. We stand ready to upgrade your plan for the year ahead. Thank you for tuning in today to Net Worth Media. We also have Apple Podcast. Simply type in Net Worth Radio and boom, it'll hit your phone right then. If you also go to networthradio.com on a browser, you're going to be able to meet the team. You can see our performance track record, the model portfolios that go with today's broadcast. Also at networthradio.com, the Longer Play podcast is available there as well. We're grateful that you've tuned in. Remember, when we talk about a security, it doesn't make it a recommendation for your portfolio until we actually complete a written plan for you by Zoom or in office or simply a conference call. So you reach us at networthradio.com if you want to get that arranged. Market fluctuations and how to handle them. We build high cash flow portfolios, and past performance doesn't guarantee future results, so you do have to be ready for challenging markets. We can build more cash flow during challenging markets than we can when everybody's happy and everything's up, which is when we tend to raise tactical safety. Those allocation strategies are here at networthradio.com. Thank you for tuning in.